Hello everyone, and welcome to Enjoy Life with Sharlotte Felix. Today I will be speaking on how to get on the National Transplant Waiting List. The National Transplant Waiting List is a computer-based system that has everyone's medical information of everyone that is waiting on a transplant. When I was diagnosed with kidney failure or some kind of renal failure, one of my first steps was to get a referral from my primary doctor. So I received a referral from my primary doctor. Once I received my referral, I had to do some research on my own. So I looked for several hospitals that was performing kidney transplants or any other organ transplant. So one of the transplant hospitals I contacted first was St. Luke, and the second one was Methodist. I wanted to stay in my area, so I contacted those two hospitals, and I did go and I made an appointment, and they did evaluate me. So the one that I picked to be on the transplant list was Methodist Hospital. Okay, it took some steps to be approved at Methodist. So it takes taking a lots of evaluations, and that is a lot of medical tests to be approved to get on the National Transplant List. Once you are approved to be on the transplant list, and that is the waiting list, you have to take some classes. And these classes will tell you every step of the way what it takes to stay on the transplant list. It also teaches you what you will be going through when you get your kidney, after you get your kidney. So these classes are very, very important. And you have to finish those classes in a certain time. This will let the transplant organization know you are very interested and you will do what it takes to get on that list and to stay on that list. That is very, very important, because what they would tell you, they want you to appreciate the person that donate the organ to you, and they want to know that you will take care of your body and be appreciative that you receive an organ. Now, once you're on the transplant list, meetings are mandatory. You must attend meetings. They usually have the meetings twice a year, and you have to at least attend one meeting a year and keep you updated where you are on the list. Now, that is what I loved. And yes, when I got that call about 12 o'clock midnight. So you have to be always ready to receive that call. So what they tell you in class is to always have your bag packed and everything that you need to stay the nights that you will need to stay in the hospital when you are called to receive your kidney. But I waited 8 years, but I did not give up. And I waited, and I did receive that call. And at 12 o'clock midnight, I got that call, and I rushed to the hospital. And they did all the tests, make sure my body was okay, that everything was functioning normal, and I received my kidney. But through the 8 years I was waiting, every year I had to go and take tests to make sure when I get that call, I am still ready. I am still taking care of my body. Everything is functioning as it should. So they make sure they test you every year. So you have to make all your appointments. Don't skip an appointment, because that'll give them a chance to take you off the list. And if they take you off the list, you start from the beginning. And so I did not want that to happen. So I made sure that I made all my appointments. And when they called me to take a certain test, I was there. So make sure you do as they tell you to do, because you don't want to start all over. Okay, guys, Yes, at times I had to put these glasses on. Okay, but I hope everyone enjoyed this video and have learned something. And if you know of anyone who need a transplant or having problems with their kidneys, you may tell them to watch this video. And that will give them a good idea of what steps they need to take. Because as I did not know, you don't have to have total kidney failure to get on a transplant. There is a number that you can have and still get on the transplant early before your kidneys completely fail. So make sure you talk to your doctor for information on what it takes to get on that transplant. Okay, thank you for viewing. And if you would hit that subscribe button, I would be so thankful. My next video will be about all the tests that I had to take each year that I was on the waiting list. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. You may also hit that super thanks button. And if you appreciate this video and want to see more, please let me know in the comments. Thank you again and have a blessed day.